Networking and Marketing Made Simple is for you, the business owner that has a product, service, or message that you truly believe in. My name is Scott Aaron, and each week we'll take a behind the scenes look at real world networking and marketing tactics while leveraging LinkedIn to get what you have in front of many more people. Thanks for spending time with me, and let's get started. Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Networking and Marketing Made Simple. Super excited for today's episode for two reasons. Number one, I have a really big LinkedIn update for you guys. It's all around the changes to LinkedIn Creator Mode, which you guys know has been around for the last few years, and it's something that I have touted as one of the greatest assets that LinkedIn has brought to the platform. But there are some big changes that have and will continue to transpire with it. So we're going to go over those things today. And second, I am doing my second and final free 5-day LinkedIn workshop. It's called the Amateur to Expert on LinkedIn in 5 days. I will be teaching you all about how to optimize your LinkedIn profile, build the right ideal client network and power partner network, how to message people properly, booking sales calls, closing sales calls, creating content and how to do so, and following my 20-minute routine so you do not get blocked or restricted on the platform. It's completely free. It is from June 10th to June 14th from 1 to 2 p.m. EST, live and recorded. So again, even if you can't make it live, you'll be able to watch it on the replay. So all you have to do is go to the description of this episode, and all you have to do is click on the link and you can register for free, private Facebook group access. You get a workbook and everything that you need to set you up for success on LinkedIn. So hope to see you there. Now, on to today's topic. So if anyone goes on and you literally just Google LinkedIn Creator Mode updates. So for those that are watching on YouTube or watching on another channel, there have been some big changes to Creator Mode, and I'm reading this from the LinkedIn Help Desk, and this is quoted by LinkedIn. Creator Mode was launched to help members access more sharing tools, analytics, and set up their profile to show their audience what they post about on LinkedIn. Over the past few years, this has helped our members take their content to the next level. We have also gotten great feedback from this community. With that in mind, we'll be making some changes to Creator Mode in the coming months. You will still have access to the same sharing tools and analytics. However, we are removing the Creator Mode on-off toggle in the resources section of your profile. Beginning late February 2024, we will be removing profile hashtags to simplify the introduction section of your profile. See below for more details on all the other changes associated with this update. So I'm going to go through each of these, and there are right now, there are 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's about 10 updates that I'm going to quickly run through. So as I forementioned, the Creator Mode on-off toggle will be removed. That did happen the end of March, early April. So it's only been in the last month or so that this has been removed. But you will still be able to access the resources that come along with LinkedIn Creator Mode, which is the follow button. It is LinkedIn audio events, LinkedIn Live, and LinkedIn newsletters. And I'll get into that later on in today's podcast episode. The second thing, you will have the option to choose the follow or connect button as your primary action on your profile. The primary action will remain follow unless you update it, and that can be updated under your profile settings. Now, I think you all know how I feel when it comes to the follow button versus the connect button. So a lot of the people that are still using the automated software that connects and messages for you that obviously you should not be using, plain and simple, you need to make sure that when you are really wanting to establish the right kind of presence on LinkedIn, you want to do it in a way where you're building a trusted following and not just accumulating a bunch of connections. Because if you still allow that connect button to be there, you're still allowing those people that are using the spammy software to send you all those blanketed connection requests, which we don't want. So if the primary action is going to be follow, leave it, because people can still connect with you by simply going to your profile, clicking follow, clicking more, and then there's a drop-down box that says connect, and they can connect with you that way. So it's better to build a trusted following than just to have the 30,000 connections that we're allowed to. So the third thing, if the primary action on your profile is follow, you will still have this feature. So again, if you have had connect and you've, like, say you didn't really utilize LinkedIn creator mode, so you've only had connect, you haven't had follow, the reverse of what I just mentioned, if you go into your profile settings, you can actually toggle off the connect and toggle on the follow in your profile settings. And then you will then activate the follow button as the primary feature of how people can connect with you first and foremost. Now, the fourth thing, you see 1, 2, 3, 4, profile hashtag topics, which we've talked about, have been removed. So in the early inception period of LinkedIn creator mode, you were allotted anywhere between 1 to 5 topics of what you speak about. So it could be hashtag business tips, hashtag business, hashtag LinkedIn, hashtag lead generation. And this feature was utilized in the inception period of LinkedIn creator mode to give the person who is visiting your profile a more clear idea and path of what it is that you actually speak about. So if they do want to engage more deeply in your content, obviously they'll know what kind of content you post about. Now, that has been removed. That was at the end of February, early March. So again, the important thing to do is to still list in your headline actionable skills and hard skills that you focus on that will still correlate to the type of the content that you're going to push out on the platform, whether it be image posts, tech posts, articles, newsletters, polls, documents, videos, whatever it is that you're doing. The fifth thing is your about section, which is, in other words, it's called the summary section on LinkedIn. That will move to the top of your profile so people can easily grasp your professional story. So I think I did this in a previous LinkedIn Live or even a podcast episode about the ways to optimize your LinkedIn profile. And one of those is to optimize that about or summary section, which again should be at least 500 words in length, written in first person, mentioning 10 to 20 hard skills, mentioning some quantified metrics of achievement, and also having a call to action at the end. And again, what I'll also do in this episode, this podcast episode, in addition to having the link to register for the workshop, I'll also include the link to my LinkedIn profile so you can kind of take a once over and check it out a little bit more deeply. So the fact is that you want people that visit your profile to get to know you a little bit earlier and sooner. And one of the best ways to do that, obviously, is through that about section now being front and center, and instead of having to scroll down further to get to it. The next thing is you can add a link to your profile while using the feature, add or remove a custom button from your profile. So this also plays along the same lines of optimizing your LinkedIn profile. So when you go onto your LinkedIn profile, there's a little edit pencil directly to the far right of your headline section. If you click on it, you scroll to the bottom, you're going to see something that says add custom button or edit custom button. And what you're going to do is that's where you're going to put a link to your LinkedIn profile. And just to show you really quickly what this looks like on mine. So again, just to show you really quick, right here, It's at the top part, so you'll see my name, you'll see my headline section, you'll see that it says top lead gen voice. So I'm part of the top voice program, community voice program on LinkedIn. It says in the greater Philadelphia area, and then there is a hyperlink that says our #1 best-selling book, which is the book The Feel Good Business Model that my wife and I released about a month ago. That is where you can put a custom link. Now, you can also put a custom link to your calendar, to your website, to a lead magnet. Anything that you want, you can have in that custom area. It used to be if you had creator mode turned on, you had access to it, but now everyone is going to have access to that. Now, the other thing is if you had creator mode on, you can still be eligible to be featured as a suggested creator to follow after the creator mode on-off toggle is no longer available. So this is why it was so important for those that actually did take advantage of LinkedIn creator mode to do so. Because if you did take advantage of it, now you actually still can be featured. And again, where does that appear? So in the My Network section, so if anyone visits the My Network section, you're going to see in that area, they're always going to suggest trending newsletters. They're always going to suggest groups that you may be interested in, maybe companies to follow based on your recent activity, people with similar roles, and then they will give you popular people to follow across LinkedIn. So again, that's going to give you still a top creator type of push if you had LinkedIn creator mode previously turned on. Now, if you had access to LinkedIn Live, LinkedIn audio events, and the newsletter feature with creator mode on, you will still have access to these sharing tools. Nothing is going to change. You're still going to be able to stream. You're still going to be able to add additions to your newsletter, and you're still going to be able to do audio events. If you create an event on LinkedIn, it's still going to give you the same options: external link, LinkedIn Live, LinkedIn audio events. Now, the final changes, you will still be able to access your analytics and tools by selecting the post impressions count on the left pane of your newsfeed. So not your personal profile, on the general platform of LinkedIn. So if you go to the homepage of LinkedIn, on the left-hand side, you will see your profile, your image of your profile viewers, and then post impressions. If you click on that post impressions area, this will give you all your analytics and tools. So it'll give you the post impressions, your follower count, profile views, search appearances, newsletter views, all those things. And then even below that, it will then show you what you still have access to with LinkedIn Creator Tools. So with mine, when I click on that area, it shows that I still have the availability for LinkedIn Live, LinkedIn audio events, LinkedIn newsletters, and the LinkedIn follow link. So again, you go to the homepage. On the left-hand pane side, you will see something that says post impressions, and you'll be able to access it there. In addition to that, you'll still be able to access the creator analytics from your analytics section of your profile by selecting the post impressions count on the left pane of your feed as well. So all of that, the analytics and tools, but also your creator analytics will also be there. It's all in the same section now. And the final thing, if you had access to the follow link with creator mode on, you will still be able to access it under the analytics and tools, which I just covered. So that left pane area of LinkedIn, it'll have your profile picture, your headline, post views, and then post impressions. That will have everything that you need to know as far as the follow link, your follower count, your newsletters, audio events, LinkedIn Live, all the creator tools, plus your post impressions. Any and all analytics that you need to see will obviously be there. So again, I'm going to leave a link to my profile. If you guys want to check it out, you can. Also in the description, you will have the link to my upcoming free 5-day LinkedIn workshop called The Amateur to Expert in 5 Days on LinkedIn, June 10th to June 14th, live and recorded, 1 to 2 p.m. EST. And I do hope to see you there. So I hope you found today's episode helpful. Love and gratitude, and I'll talk to you next time. Thank you so much for checking out today's episode. If you could, please support this podcast by hopping over to Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, or any place that you're listening to this. Leave us a rating and review. Let us know what you loved most and what you would like to hear more of. But also, if you would like to learn how to take your business to the next level, whether it's using LinkedIn or working directly with myself and Nancy in our intimate group coaching programs, you can head over to www.thetimetogrowth.com or scottaaron.net to learn more. Thank you again for your support, love and gratitude, and I'll talk to you soon.